Morning, everybody. It's John from Veganism KILLS. It's 9:38 a.m. Wednesday, April 28th. Today, we're going to talk about this vegan asshole, Joey Carbstraw. Joey was caught by police with a sawed-off shotgun, a cache ammunition, and a flick knife. And now he's got 50,000 social media followers. During his 6-month spell in prison. You know something? If you were arrested for illegal weapons possession and drug charges and possession of stolen property. Because in here it tells you he had Rolexes and Tag Heuers, how he got multiple watches, and he's also heroin, cocaine, and a drug addict and a meth head. How he managed to spend 6 months in jail, only 6 months, he had to snitch on people. I can tell you right now. There's people probably sitting in jail to this day. You know, of course, the rule is turn in 3, you go free. To do 6 months on a weapons charge is unheard of in the Western world, combined with drug charges and multiple assaults, and including stabbings, attempted murder. Come on, you don't spend 6 months in jail unless you gave up. You talked. He gave up the gang. There's probably gang members of where people he used to know and roll with that are still sitting in jail because he snitched on them to get his ass out. He's on methamphetamine, so when you say a vegan looks like a meth head, you're exactly right when it comes to Joey Carbstraw, because he was a meth head. And I'm sorry, once a criminal, always a criminal. Look, numerous luxury Rolexes and Tag Heuers. They were stolen. He probably was crawling in people's windows. At a time, he had a methamphetamine habit of half a gram or 400 Australian a day. And where do you think he got the watches? He went on people's property and robbed them. Just the type of people that are going on, farmers' property and robbing their livestock. I have no problem if the farmer just fucking shoots them. Shoot them! They're not supposed to be on you. They're committing a crime. Shoot them. They're stealing your property. I have no problem. Just shoot them. If you shoot them at night and they're by themselves, throw them in the pig pen. Fatten up your pigs. They're just common criminals. I don't care what reason they have in their mind. You break the law, you suffer the consequences. You come on my property and I see you taking something. First of all, the laws are much different in the United States. If you go on somebody, say, out of the areas of the East Coast and West Coast, where there basically are no farms, if you go on a farmer's property and you're not allowed on there and they shoot and kill you, nothing's going to happen to that farmer because you do not go on people's property without their permission. Okay, there's been several cases where cops went on people's property without permission and they were shot and killed. You know what happened to the person that shot and killed them? Nothing, because the officer failed to follow the rules, to identify himself and ask permission to go on their property. There's several cases of that. You don't go on anybody's property unless you have a legal right to do so. And the part of the legal right to do so is to actually have permission of the owner to do so. So if you're violating his property rights and you're therefore, and you're a known ex-con, nobody's going to care if one of these farmers blows you away. Nobody's going to care. No jury's going to convict him. Oh, he's a multiple attempted homicide methamphetamine drug addict who threatens people saying he's going to shoot and kill them. He has multiple robberies, weapons charges under his belt. He actually did time in prison. And these are the people that vegans follow because they're smart. Look, ethical hunters deserve a bullet in the head. No, Joey, you do. And I'm sure there's one out there with your name on it. It's going to end up where it belongs. You support farmers, you're supporting a regime worse than Nazi Germany. Hitler is alive and he lives in the heart and mind of any animal-abusing, rapist, slave-owning dairy farmer. Yeah, the bulls asked if they could mount the cows. Animals are consenting towards sex. Yeah, you just asked them, right, Joey? Did you ask that cow when you were kissing it if you can kiss it, Joey? That sounds like sexual harassment. His aggressive style caused friction with other activists, who he claims complained at the social media site to have his post removed. Of course, because you're violent, Joey. You're violent, and they don't want violence. What worked was tactical violence. Tactical violence. He's condoning violence. No, Joey. Your type of violence eventually is going to be met with force, and you're going to lose, Joey. So this is okay to follow this guy because he's vegan. He's fighting for the animals, and then he runs around saying the animals told him to defend them. That sounds like a little of a psychotic fantasy going on there. He immediately involved in a live show when he confronted UK presenter Jeremy Vine over his ham sandwich lunch. He's a liar. He preaches that he's all for the violence. It's in his blood. It's in his DNA. And this guy, I'm telling you, I never heard somebody get arrested for drug charges, stolen property, weapons, multiple weapon charges, possession of drugs, and only get 6 months. And involved in a few attempted murders. That I remember when you stabbed somebody. That's attempted murder. How the fuck do you get out in 6 months? And I'll say it again. I tell you how you get out in 6 months. The people that you were running with, some of them are probably still sitting in jail when the time you were in there. You plea bargained. You ratted on your friends and turned them in. And that's your vegan asshole of the week. Vegan snitch. And that's what he's going to do to you guys, too, that are following him. Go over there and steal the farmer's sheep or stuff, and then you'll get arrested, and they'll arrest him, and then he'll say, you masterminded everything. That's the kind of person Joey is. So go ahead, stay with them, and enjoy your stint in hell. And maybe when you wake up with a chopper clone on top of you, splitting your cheeks, then you'll understand what the rest of us are talking about, why you should avoid this guy. And on that, I'm out of here.